Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope you are doing well, and I would hope you have a fabulous day today. Okay, so what's going on? Well, we just had the full moon in Libra, or new moon, solar eclipse on the 14th. That was kind of like opening up the portal, and that new moon was about the planting of the seeds, figuring out your life path, and being in Libra is about our partnerships. I would not be a bit surprised if there were a lot of new partnerships started at during this time. And it's leading up to the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 28th. Things that we value. And what this is all about is security versus risk. And the full moon energy is traditionally associated with release. As the moon shrinks, releasing what's not serving us. So there may be situations, there could be relationships, it could be job, career, there could be, but this is a major changing portal. And during this time, during this particular eclipse season that's really powerful, it's not, you know that thing, that's old saying, oh, it doesn't happen overnight. Bullshit. There's stuff happening overnight. Almost literally. And, which leads me to my next point. Okay, so I would just like, well, basically, a lot of people are going to be experiencing drastic changes, and some of us is also experiencing it full blown, various aspects of life. And anyhow, yes, my next point would be is I know I have a lot of YouTube readings and stuff that I need to get done. I'm going to be working on them probably slowly through the weekend. Today I'm hoping I at least get one of them out. I might be a little bit slower to some videos over the next week because I had I'll know more this afternoon. I had a bomb dropped on me. My man, he lives like 75 miles away. So, I don't see him very much, and I have to go there tomorrow night, Thursday night. And anyhow, his work is taking him back home in my area, our area. He's from around here also. And I mean, this is a sudden shift. We'll know more this afternoon when he's supposed to start this new position. And where he's going to be located working is about 20 minutes from here, maybe 10 miles. So he needs a place to stay. He's coming here with me and Daniel for now until he and I can find a place for just me and him. So with that said, I've got this whole disaster area, all the clutter. I'm going to be needing to go get a storage unit. I need to get some of my shit out of here so he can put at least some of his personal stuff. And there's no room for anything but a single bed in here. So I gotta be rearranging shit and stuff like that so we could get at least a double bed in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna be pretty busy. And I'm cutting down on the days that I'm doing personal readings. I'm not doing them on Thursday and Fridays anymore. And so those days are no longer available because I'm going to be other business stuff with my man. He and I have an LLC together in regards to private money lending. We're private money brokers that we help investors who need capital buy investment properties. So I got a lot on my plate right now, yeah. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up here that my availability is going to be changing, at least for the time being. Weekends, I will probably, well, for the next 2 weeks at least, it's going to be difficult. I might have some minimal openings. Overcoming obstacles. We had this yesterday. Grace and gratitude. Protected by angels. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, yeah, and all these changes for me, I wasn't expecting till after the first of the year. Surprise! Uranus. Boy, Uranus chime in with aspects in my chart and his. Anyhow, the message is overcoming certain obstacles, and as you go along and you're overcoming them, I think overcoming obstacles comes through gratitude. Gratitude for the path that you're on. Gratitude for the lessons. And even gratitude for the challenges. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source, for the challenges. Because without challenges and obstacles, we don't grow. We learn from those challenges and those obstacles. And as you're going through these challenges, also know that, not to worry, not to fret it, because you're protected by angels. So you've got that protection as you navigate through the challenging time period. And let me tell you, Libra is about the balance. And if you're not in the right relationship or on the right path, this portal is going to cause some waves, and even some people tidal waves. Okay? If you know in your heart of hearts that there is a situation needs to change, this is the time for change. Okay? And it could be challenging, but you can overcome it. And like I said, be grateful for the challenges, because it makes you stronger and it teaches you something here. Okay? Okay, let's see what else we got going on. And I haven't used this deck in a long time. Some kind of Angels Tarot from DeBry Publishing. I did a review on this on an old channel a long time ago. If I could figure out how I could re-download some of those videos, I might do that and pop them up on this channel. But DeBry sent me several decks to review, and they're beautiful. And they have like a Rider-Waite version that I use sometimes. I got 4 of their decks. And their decks are available on Amazon now, or directly on their website. Okay, let's see what we've got going on under the surface. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. Oh, he's a pioneer for change. With the Six of Wands. Oh, this is beautiful. 6 of Cups. Knight of Cups. There's definitely soul bond energy here. At the very least, past life. Because may I remind you, the South Node has been in Libra. That's past life relationships, honey. Or not, no. South Node has been in Aries. And is in Aries now. Our North Node's in Aries. South Node is in, yeah, South Node's in Libra. Duh. Brain fart. But it's past life karmic relationships. And I'm seeing this pattern, especially in the past couple of weeks. A lot of past life relationships or past relationships that there is some kind of soul bond connection that needs healed. Got the Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and we're going to stop at the Four of Swords. Okay. I got to pull this one. Because we got this, they said pull it, Six of Pentacles. So this is about, you might have been the one giving all the time in your connections, your relationships, your job, your work, your family. But I think this is a time that the tables are flipping. Now is your time to receive. I see a soul bond connection coming here. Yes, it is an emotional connection. You might get some invitations to go out, or hey, let's meet for coffee, the yada, yada, yada. I do see the energy of kind of like, I don't know what to do with this. Should I, shouldn't I? A little bit of back and forth energy. It's almost like saying, am I ready to receive new love in my life? New, or I'm seeing renewed, because I got the Ace of Cups, Six of Cups here. This is like a renewal of a soul bond. And the Four of Swords is also suggesting that there has been a time of healing. This could be, if it's not to come back together, this could be simply, let's heal the connection, let's heal the ill will between us, let's heal the pain between us. In other words, let's bury the hatchet. I get a strong message about burying the hatchet, overcoming those obstacles that stood between you, that may have kept you apart. And you've got the blessings of the divine and the angels up there. The King of Wands is somebody who's very outspoken and determined. He is so, it's like, I get this energy of he's the one, he's taken action. And this is taking action that feels correct to heal a soul bond. Even though you had those moments of going back and forth, I feel that coming to an end and receiving unconditional love, forgiveness flowing through. And the healing waters flowing through you, flowing through them. And finally being able to bury the hatchet and put some things to rest and to move forward. Now, some of you, yes, you could be coming back together with somebody from your past. Or if this feels like a new relationship to you, you probably knew them in a past life. It could be one or the other. I'm feeling like a lot of past life connection here. And it could be a past life that is also a renewal in this life. It could be like a karmic path, soul path to come together. Now, what is challenging? The challenge here is to find the balance. Because with North Node in Aries, it's pushing a lot of people towards independence. The I versus we of Libra. So there's a lot of people, a lot of you out there, they're like, I don't want a relationship. No, I'm good, Jenn. That's fine. But I feel that this whole North Node, South Node, North Node, Aries, South Node, Libra, could be a lesson in a life path of balancing a relationship, but still being able to maintain your individuality. That's real balance. It's not just all them, or all, everything has to be, I got to do everything with my person. We have to do everything together. We can't be apart. We got to be glued together to the hip. That throws things off kilter. We all need our space. And that's the North Node in Aries. We all need our space. We all need to have our individualities, our own little hobbies. You could be with somebody, do most things together, but we still need that time for us to enjoy our individual likes, desires, hobbies. So there's still, and I think that's where some of this back and forth energy is coming from. I like my independence. I want to stay single, but my heart is speaking to me over here, bringing those together and finding balance. Okay. Yeah, this was definitely somebody that you guys walked away from each other. 8 of Cups. And there's a return here. Temperance. Yeah. Why? Okay. So we definitely have a healing of an abandonment. It's like the two of you, they abandoned you, or you abandoned them, or it might have been mutual. You just grew apart and never heard from each other again. But there's a healing from that. And I think this has been a hot minute since the separation occurred. Hot minute could even be, if it may not even have been this life, the separation could have occurred in the past life. But there's a healing of that. But why are you at this place now, healing this connection? Because the connection was very strained. It was difficult. It was a very difficult relationship. It's like all the obstacles and the odds were against you. Back in the day, as some of us would say. And so you had all these obstacles, right? That kind of kept you guys apart. Now, as you're coming back together, you've got angel protection over this connection. And the universe is saying, be gratitude of your time apart. You learned lessons. You learned things about yourself. They learned things about themselves that needed to be learned so that you could come back together. The influence, this Empress, yes. Some of you, it was a mother figure that might have been an influence over the whole situation. Mother, grandmother, sister, baby mama, whatever. But this is also an energy of value, worth, and abundance. So it's showing great potential to really grow. The energy of you guys, it's like giving birth to a new cycle. And when you give birth, you've got to nurture it. And there's a lot of nurturing energy here. And the past is coming from the Nine of Wands, exhaustion. So in the past, this life or previous life, this relationship was exhausting. Fill in the blank as to why it was exhausting. Okay. But it was exhausting. But you're at a place of healing all of that. Near future is justice. Doing the right thing. This could even be a legality in the near future in connection with this. But looking at this energy, a positive legality. I don't like to give people false hope, but I'll put this out there. The current path could possibly for some of you leading to the altar. Just saying. Just saying. You're still wounded. I understand. You're still kind of wounded. That's why there's cards here of healing. There's that wounded. Maybe you felt betrayed because maybe they walked out of your life. I'm not sure. But the tens, you got 2 tens here. And yes, it's the 2 worst tens. This is about ending strife and struggle. And it's coming to an end. Numerology wise, tens are like the extreme. Tens reduced to a 1. Nines are the completion. Tens is like 1 up. Okay? I mean, done, 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 to start over. So any kind of pain and betrayal is over. And the healing energy is here. And they're coming with a bona fide offer. Somebody's coming in. This is your environment. And it is steady, secure. Okay? This is somebody trustworthy. They may not have been trustworthy in the past. I do not know. But they're coming to you. And there is a little bit of cautionary energy. Depends on the situation. Flip roles where it applies. If you're the one that walked away, they may be wanting to reconnect, but they're being very cautious about it. Regardless, there's caution in the environment. It may be a little bit slow moving, but it feels like they appear, but there's a time element. It feels like this is something, I said it from the beginning, is a hot minute since the separation occurred. But they're coming with a solid offer. And it's something you could take to the bank. Page of Cups. The next steps, or what you need to do, the action you need to take, is to open up your heart. That is very plain. Open up your heart. Start baby steps. Start small if you have to. Because, there's still this shadow here. But you need to have a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust. Yeah, that's a big pill to swallow, ain't it? For some. But be open. There's communication coming in. Be open to receive. There's an apology coming forth, possibly. Be open to receive it. Okay? Possible outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. Very good. Sister of the Empress. The Empress can only show up once, so next best thing to the Empress is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is definitely saying being comfortable, this relationship being well grounded, practical, a lot of earth energy. So there is some slow movement here, but I like to pull extra cards especially when it ends on court card. 2 of Wands. I think that's a practical plan. 8 of Wands. This is fast moving. King of Pentacles. Holy shit. I can't make this shit up. Got the King of Queen of Pentacles as possible outcome. Planning for the future and moving forward rather quickly with that. What is the time frame? I'm about ready to shit myself. 10 days. Possibly within 10 days. Whoa. Okay, that kind of makes sense. But for some, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but this is a very fast-moving energy. All these wands, it's passion, it's action-packed. Something that was moving slowly is being ramped up. It's ramping up. I'm really curious about this Knight of Pentacles. So I kind of want to look, get some clarifiers on the Knight of Pentacles. Small table. My issue. 7 of Cups. Queen of Swords. This is why they're saying you need to open up your heart. The Emperor. Oh my gosh. Page of Pentacles. Okay. This is judgmental at its finest. I just gotta say. There is a little bit of confusion here. Queen of Swords is saying, the Queen of Swords is being very demanding here. Demanding truth. The Emperor is like, control. I'm feeling a lot of self-control here. And thinking, but not feeling. And not willing to invest much at all in this. And that is associated with the Knight of Pentacles. It may appear like it's just a small, mediocre page, but you got to start somewhere. And I'm feeling like that page is an apology, to be honest. I think that they have this vision. They have, whoever's coming towards you has this dream. But there's also a fear there. So they may not come across super romantic in the beginning. It's in what's going on under the scenes, which you might not see coming. But I think when they first approach you, it's going to be from a very practical standpoint. Because I see you very much in Queen of Swords energy. Whew. Yeah. But, and whoever's coming towards you, any confusion about them is being cleared. Crystal clear. And they're becoming very crystal clear what they want in their future and what their future is looking like. Okay. So they're taking some kind of action and they're saying, I want to build this. We might have to start with baby steps, but I want to build. That is what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. The person coming in. Okay. And we do have a progression of growth. It's starting small. Page of Pentacles. Then we got the Knight of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Pentacles. We got the King of Pentacles. We've got the whole shit and shebang here with the Pentacle Courts. And what that is telling me is growth. Now, being that it's all pentacles, it's something that's going to develop and take time to grow. It feels like they're coming back in, and it feels like a whirlwind. Sudden, a lot of communication back and forth, a lot of planning. And you could be at any one of these stages in the growth process right now. Some of you, this person's already entered. And maybe you're already at the Knight stage and you're moving towards the King and Queen, towards that maturity between the two of you. But this feels like a very comfortable connection. Comfortable with yourself, a very nurturing connection. I take care of you, you take care of me. It's very balanced and down to earth and grounded. I like that. And the Empress is sticking out here too, as far as that growth, kind of like amplifying it. I want to see that. I'm curious about this Justice. Why is Justice here? Clarify Justice for me, please. Chariot. More Earth, 8 of Coins. 9 of Coins. Again, we get this progression of the Pentacle. And 9 of Swords. Okay, there is a little bit of a concern here. Is this going anywhere? Question. Yeah, I see that very clear. Is this going anywhere, or am I going to be, or is my status going to stay singlehood? Is this going anywhere? Are they going to put the work in? Let me tell you, honey, even though it feels like it is taking a lifetime for this to develop or for this to come in, it feels very, slow. The Pentacles are the slowest, energetically, the slowest moving suit in the deck. However, it's also the most secure. The anchor, that could work for or against. Sometimes the pentacles can make you stuck, anchored in something that you don't want to be in. But I don't see that here. I don't see the dead weight anchor as far as being stuck, by seeing an anchor being dropped, saying, this is my settling place. This is my person. And it's happening. It's taken a hell of a long time. And maybe this person lives a distance from you now. Because I'm getting maybe some movement, change of address. Maybe they have to move towards you, relocate, or you relocate towards them. That's for some of you. Some of you, distance is an obstacle that you guys are overcoming. So, and there's that worry and that concern. Is this ever going to go anywhere? Is this anything ever going to happen here? It is. I promise you, it is. And the Chariot is not only about the travel. I did pick that up. But I'm picking up that, you're going to get to a certain point. Then the whole thing's going to explode in a positive way. I'll call it a growth spurt. I mean, a maturity spurt. It's like, wow. And that's why the Justice is like, I feel you are moving towards the ultimate, what a lot of people like to see, a relationship destination. It's going to take work. I'm not going to lie. It's going to take work and patience and, maybe even a few sleepless nights. But this feels really, really positive. Now, I'm curious. I just want to use this deck. This may or may not have anything to do with the situation. Let's see. Because this is very, very positive. I just got this deck in yesterday. It's called the Mystery House. I got it off of Etsy. It's more for haunted houses. Let's just get a haunted house message. Think of a haunted house. Do you have a haunted house in your neighborhood? Or do you have anything like that you're curious about? Let's just see if we can get a haunted house message. I'm curious. It's probably not going to be any part of this overall message. Gingerbread house. Unstable foundations. What's that got to do with anything? Dark feminine energy, a user. Succubus. Event gathering. Okay. Communication confirmation. Oh my God, and we got the incubus. Wow. Okay. Some of you are displaying, this could be related in a way, but more of history, why you are so cautious. Because a lot of you, how I was saying about cycles, about getting out things that are no longer serving. Incubus, succubus is two people that are like codependent, that kind of use each other. Okay? We have two users here. If they use each other, it's called codependency. But there is communication that somebody has been in a very unstable environment. This party, this event planner could be associated to a wedding. That I feel that a message is separate. But I think when this person comes in to apologize, you're going to learn that the reason why they are so slow is because they've come out of codependent connection. One that was with a really unstable foundation to begin with. and that you're going to get that communication coming in. And that, reserving and then the other side of this card is also the coming down the pike, reservations for an event. That could be a date. They might ask you to go to a concert or something like that. Or that could be saying where this thing has potential to go, such as to the altar. And I kind of say this is going to start out slow, but has the potential to totally explode into something great. Some of you, you're not going to be single for even a year. You might be already not too long into this relationship saying, okay, let's start planning our wedding. Just saying. But somebody's come out of. And this is where a lot of the caution is coming in. That's where a lot of this back and forth. I'm independent now. Do I really want a relationship? This is why some people are saying, I don't want love. That's fine. Maybe this is related to job. Take it as it resonates. And this is what needs to be healed after coming out of a relationship that was codependent, that was very toxic. And I feel tower moment here with the unstable foundation. Something came crashing because it was not a healthy connection to begin with. So I think that's what's, and I was looking at the Ten of Wands the whole time. And that could have been even the history between you two. This person coming back. I said about the apologies and everything. That your history, but it may have been toxic. Whether this lifetime or a previous lifetime, it might have been a toxic connection. That Ten of Swords. And no wonder somebody's worried about reconnecting. But that's why a separation, a healing from a separation is here, right dead center as the central issue. This is pretty wild and pretty in-depth reading. I wonder how long it is. Whoa. I feel like I've been talking forever. Anyhow, I think I'm going to end things there. I love each and every one of you. And I will see you folks in the next reading. Love and light.